When you look into my eyes, you understand what I'm saying. Let me say it to you slowly, and it may sound scandalous. I don't think that you can handle this.
All right, Monday Night Football. Interesting matchup here. We have the Minnesota Vikings, who were 14-3 last year, heading to Chicago to face the Bears, who were 5-12 last year. The Vikings are 1.5-point favorites on the road, while the projected total is 43.5 points. That means if Vegas is right, the Minnesota Vikings will score 22.5 points, while the Bears score 21. One quick note here, Jordan Addison is suspended for the first 2 games of the season, so he will not be out there for the Vikings, but they just traded back for Adam Thielen. Mike, Steph, what do you think about this game, Vikings-Bears?
Well, I'll start with the Bears. The Bears are coming off a disappointing 5-12 season that saw them finish last in the NFC North and kind of messed up my prognostications in that division, but I digress. Now, despite the presence of number 1 draft pick Caleb Williams, the Bears simply made too many mistakes. Matter of fact, it's not even despite. He was part of those mistakes, to be honest. Like, held the ball too long. Seemed like he got off his read too quick. He was jumpy in the pocket. And yeah, I know he did get sacked 68 times last year, but still, don't pass the buck. Listen, you're the quarterback, you're the captain, you go down with the ship. Neither here nor there. And now for the Bears, there's plenty to be excited about. Maybe, just maybe. Listen, they got a new coach, first-year coach Ben Johnson, former offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, has been considered one of the top candidates for years, and he finally got his due. He finally got his job, and he brings a diverse and talented coaching staff with him. By all accounts, Caleb Williams, his progression has been noticeable in camp after a rough start, but it comes down to 2 things. Williams must trust the process, and Ben Johnson must remain patient. Like, it's not like he has a choice. Like, you was brought in here to fix him, to make sure he is all they claim him to be. So guess what? If he ends up not doing his job, guess what? You're not going to have a job, Mr. Ben Johnson, big head. This team is also combined to win 15 games over the previous 3 seasons. That's 5 wins a season. You would hope they would get more than 5 wins. And I think I might have picked them over. I forgot to make sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, please check out our episode previewing the NFC North, talking about these Chicago Bears and these Minnesota Vikings, streaming now on the YouTube channel of the 19 Media Group. Yeah, because I was going to fumble over my words. No, I already gave y'all what y'all needed. Y'all go check it out. Now, for the Vikings had a memorable 2024 season, finishing 14-3. And do you know that was the most wins by a team ever that didn't win their division, because the Detroit Lions won 15 games. So a 14-win team ended up having to play a wild card game in which they got exposed. But neither here nor there. The Vikings had a chance to earn the top seed, but they coughed up the bit against their soon-to-be rivals, their rivals, the Detroit Lions, in the final game of the season. So what happened? Sam Darnold, captain and driver of that Titanic, went overboard, and they brought aboard second year, well, technically rookie, but in his second year, J.J. McCarthy, after missing his rookie year due to a knee injury. Now with Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson, the great Justin Jefferson, being pillars of the offense, and then you add in the return of the great Adam Thielen. Yeah, the reason I say the great Adam Thielen, because he saved my bacon in fantasy plenty of times. But it gives him another extra reliable veteran and a veteran presence on the field to help him succeed. Now, in this story rivalry, do you know that the Vikings overall lead the series 68 wins to 58 losses with 2 retires? So With that being said, 43.5 is the over under. Shoot. Darn, that's good. I'm gonna go over. Just for the fact you got Justin Jefferson on one side, and I have the utmost respect in their head coach McConnell that they're going to find a way to get points, and I have faith in McCarthy, so I'm going to go over, and I'm going to go with the favorite, Minnesota minus the 1.5. So actually, shoot, that's my first favorite I'm actually picking.
Hey, I thought you were just going to stay underdog all the way. Last season, the Vikings went 2-0 versus Chicago. In Week 12, they beat the Bears 30-27 in overtime. Chicago scored the first 17 there and then blew the lead. And then in Week 15, Minnesota won 30-20. I think here the keynote, as you pointed out, is the quarterback's first-year starter, J.J. McCarthy, versus second-year starter, Caleb Williams. I expect to see a lot of improvement from Caleb Williams. I expect to see Roman Dunze pretty decent numbers. I expect this team to be better. Meanwhile, Minnesota, I expect regression, not because of the change in quarterback necessarily, but just because I don't think that team was really good enough to be 14-3. If you played their season 100 times, I don't think they'd have been 14-3 too often. With that said, this is a very tough matchup. I think the easier part for me is I expect these offenses to do a little bit, so I'm going with the over. I'm pretty confident in that. I'm not as confident as this, but I am going to say the Bears upset the Vikings here, so I'm going with the underdog. I got the Bears plus 1.5.
This is a 19 Media Group presentation.
It's time to hit my favorite part of the show. Even though it's so much of my favorite part, I did not make a ticker for it. Go figure.
So, yeah, I agree.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest about it, I'm only picking Baltimore because it's the regular season. If it was the playoffs, I'd probably still take the Buffalo. Yeah, I said it.
So you're a true believer in Jaheim Allen, right?
What else should I tell you?
What are you doing?
Oops. I'm just replacing you guys because I'm clearly doing a better job. And
can you get out of my chair, please?
here's my plant. That's been sponsored. Has been a sponsor of Hidden Gems Football. Bye.